Japan, Part 53. Also in cooperation with Finance Ministry, which directs the Bank of Japan, which in turn lends money to commercial banks, MIT maintains leverage over lending. Banks could refuse to extend loans to a company not supported by MITI and a trade association. However, banks rarely need to consider the ultimate sanctions for recalling loans. MITI rarely needs to consider refusing permits, and an industrial sector organization does not often need to consider threatening a company with expulsion. Whatever implicit sanctions are conveyed in granting or withholding goodwill, it is maintenance of a goodwill that consciously motivates the company leaders. Since MITI generally acts in concert with the industrial sector organization or the business, organization or the business community, it can ordinarily count on the support of the majority of firms in disciplining an unreliable member. Indeed, many decisions made by MIT might more properly be viewed as MIT enunciation of a consensus among the most significant actors. To provide feasible goals and issue such detailed decisions intelligently, MITI officials regularly collect an extraordinary amount of information. They keep up with the foreign developments, especially in business, technology, and economics, reading not only the foreign publications and government reports, but unpublished papers by foreign scholars and researchers and think tanks. In addition to basic financial statement and other regular reports of the development in the Japanese firms from various sectors, they require knowledge of the personal, social, and political relationship within a company and between the companies. The agreements they promote among companies in a given industrial sector require a higher level of trust that can be achieved through formal contacts. When a specific issue arises, interested parties schedule even more informal gatherings than usual. When necessary bureaucrats from other ministries join these meetings and other knowledgeable experts and men of influence are called in, businessmen convene parallel meetings on related topics without bureaucrats present to reach understandings to be presented in later meetings with MIT officials. As a result, American government officials and businessmen negotiating economic matters feel at great disadvantage because Japanese officials are much better informed, not only by Japanese companies, but often about the American companies, which are more reluctant to share information with government officials who may be more interested in regulating than assisting. Some of the most intensive interactions with MIT companies in a given sector occurs when a declining industrial sector needs help or growing industry needs financing and other resources for modernization. In both cases, because companies alone cannot solve the problem, MITI officials naturally think of mergers as part of the solution. The process of exploring various possible mergers and organizing several stronger companies from many smaller ones commonly takes several years and may take more than a decade. This kind of process requires very detailed knowledge and the constant interaction with all the key personalities involved. Even in the end, MITI is not always entirely successful.